Since starting my YouTube channel a few years back, I have spent a great deal of my time just thinking about some of the cool things that I want to do. And the more I think about them, the more ideas I have. It gets to the point where the ideas keep coming, but so few of them actually get off the drawing board and come into the real world. Trying my best to focus my attention on the things that are going to keep me moving forward. The things that I feel are such awesome ideas, things that I want to do, things I want to show people, things I want to share with people. I spend so much time thinking about them, I just stagnate. I'll start a project, and a lot of times I don't finish them totally. And things were going pretty good. Started getting into fitness, started feeling very motivated to keep things moving, keep moving forward, keep pushing. And I've accomplished a bunch. I still feel like there's so much more left to do. I always say, all right, I'm going to start on this next thing. Or, I get an idea for a big project, and I put it off because there's so many other little things that I've thought about that keep getting in my way. Things that I want to document, and other things that just need to get done. Can't really worry so much about filming and then the editing process of everything. It becomes a lot, but I will say that the past week has probably been one of my most productive weeks around here. Finally got around to laying these pavers. I talk and talk, mostly with myself, but with a lot of people that I meet about some of the things that I want to do, some of my ideas, and I don't know what it is exactly. I think a lot of times I'm hoping that somebody's going to get excited and jump in and help out, because there's a lot of stuff to do. Good friend of mine, Keith, really helped me to push along. He came over to help me build some garden beds. He was going to start shooting some content with me. It was a very windy day, and instead of jumping into that, I was working on starting to get these pavers going. He came on over and basically just helped me move a bunch of stuff around to make it easier for me to do this job. I'm about out of pavers now, but she's looking good. Now I got to start working through some of these plants. Try to clean some up, throw some away, make room for getting some actual food started. I love the house plants, but it's not necessarily what I intended to do, getting into building a greenhouse and an aquaponics system. It's about time to get working on all that stuff. Start pushing forward with it. Sometimes you need a little push and think, well, life is good in so many ways. I feel like mentally, I don't know, get very hung up on the ideas, many of which come from thinking about problems. Thinking about problems that, what solutions can I come up with to fix these problems? A lot of times in today's world, that leads to thinking more about a lot of the crappy stuff that's going on all over the world. I can't do anything about all that, but I can focus on what I have in front of me, the tasks at hand, the things that I've undertaken and the things I want to undertake. So, time to start thinking the good things, putting some of those ideas into play. And it starts with cleaning up around the house, getting this greenhouse cleaned up, getting the aquaponics system set up, growing more food, taking better care of my tools in the house. And as I continue working with that, I'll start putting my foot out a little bit further. Start working on some of the bigger projects that I've got in mind. And see where it goes. And through that, hopefully I inspire somebody else to get up off the couch. When I decided to get up and start growing some food, I'd been sitting playing Farming Simulator, and I saw the amount of time that I had been playing the game. And I thought about how that's a job. You know, maybe not a full year's worth of work, but I'm on here on the Xbox farming fake crops for fake money when I got a greenhouse and a box out back. Put the controller down, and barely picked up a game controller for the next 2 years. And I got going, got working on things. And somewhere along the lines, somewhere along the way, slowed down. Had a lot of forward momentum and stuff to dig out of that. Once you throttle back down, it's tough to get busy again. Even though to some, it looks like I never stopped. But got a lot of things I want to show, a lot I want to share. And hopefully, some folks will follow along. Another thing that causes a paralysis of action for me is all the little projects that I want to do, and all the little cool things that I want to show, be it, how to maintain something around here or build something, or even just talking about some of the plants I've got in here, cleaning them up, showing how to take care of them. I tend to set things aside and say, all right, well, it's a quick little project that I could do, but I don't feel like setting the camera up right now because I'm busy doing something else, or the whole, well, then that's another thing I'm going to have to edit. And then the little projects just keep on piling up. So, being able to just talk to y'all as I go, I think that might help me to start taking care of some of them little ones. Out of the little ones, because I know that they're there and got to do that eventually. But again, want to have the camera on, want to have the time to edit it afterwards, stuff like that. I end up putting it off, not doing it. Until it gets to the point where I'm like, you know what, I just got to do that, get it out of the way so I can get to the next big thing. And then I do it and I don't even film it. And the cycle goes on and on. A lot of times I think about if I only had a little bit more time, I'd get this stuff done. Really what it boils down to is just utilizing my time better, more efficiently, hammering away, knocking stuff out, and feeling good about moving on to the next thing. Watch some things get checked off my list. Gotta get back to consistently exercising. It's one thing that helped me to really get motivated in the first place, listening to podcasts and whatnot. Started thinking about what am I doing with my own fitness, if you want to call it that, at the time. Start thinking about the things that I don't like about myself, about the way I act. I'm trying to change those things for the better. Last spring, I'd say towards the end of February, we started preparing the backyard for my sister-in-law's wedding. It was an awesome time. Me and Jay Bear out here just cleaning the heck out of the backyard, reseeding the grass, so it wasn't just a hellscape of chicken scratch. Cleaning up our area. Spending all that time was great. Did so much stuff for the backyard. And if I do say so myself, it looked quite beautiful for the wedding. A few people have even commented since, "I've never seen your backyard so clean." So at least we've tried to maintain that. Now that I'm getting into the greenhouse again, getting working, planning on the aquaponics, I got the IBC totes out for the world to see. And hopefully I can use the idea that I don't want them to be there forever again. There's a little extra motivation to get my ass in gear and get working on stuff like that. When I got the first system started, I really wanted to have it set up where I grow the fish up and I eat them. They're growing up, feed a bunch of good healthy veggies. We ate a few. And then different swings in the system. Had a couple die off, and then was a little weary about eating them. Not the ones that were dying off. Obviously I wasn't going to eat them. But the ones that were left, what was wrong with the other ones? Was there something that they had going on that would be unhealthy for me? So we really haven't eaten too many more of them. There's only really a few left at this point. One of the things with not being in there so much, paying attention to the smaller aquaponics, is spend so much time in the greenhouse, the big greenhouse, playing with houseplants. So if I get working on that aquaponics, get that going, whether I'm playing with houseplants or growing veggies in the aquaponics or even in the ground in here, I'll be able to monitor the system much better. It'll be right in my face. Very excited. Can't you tell? Alright, well, that's enough rambling for tonight. Hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you next time.